change that. Just came back from cat feeding. This shirt is not amenable to staying down around my waist. And I had to open the box to feed the cats. This is Pittsburgh Unboxing, and this is George Senda, the real, official, authentic, original, the one, the only, the guy from Pittsburgh, and the official, the guy from Pittsburgh, except no cheesy YouTube commentators, imposters, or trolls. And several weeks ago, I went out and fed the cats just my sweater on. I don't know. It's an effect of that, or COVID, or bronchitis, or coughing, but my right rib cage, oh, I can't reach it, somewhere in there. Every time I breathe, it feels like someone's stabbing me in the back. And it hurts. And it was, even though it was only 38 last night, it was absolutely freezing here. And hello, welcome. And Mama Cat last night, for the first time, came in and made biscuits on the kitty bed on the floor, next to Fluffy, of all things, who chased her for 10 years. I finally got him to stop chasing her and kittens. And then she went to sleep on the kitty bed for the first time ever, but she's still afraid of the door. If I close the door, she starts running in terror and squeaking. Not in terror, but she's scared of the door, and I have to coax her to go out because she's so afraid she won't go outside. Okay, there were 3 boxes of this, but I had to feed the cats. And I also don't know if COVID did this or the numbness with COVID, because it made my whole up, both lips go numb. Well, this is numb back here. I'm having trouble talking. All right, these are all the same. It's in a tray. And I got 24 of these. Can't read the label with my eyes. Meow Mix tenders in sauce with tuna. So that's what the cats ate tonight. No tiny one. I don't know where she was. So, well, I don't. I've never watched Arrested Development. I've never heard of Arrested Low Topper. I've never heard anything about it. And the only Arrested Development I ever see is the trolls that come into my channel. So they have definitely Arrested Development, and I'm saddened. I think I cursed the woman or something. I'm half-hearted about that, but my friend Paul and I were talking about the death of Raquel Welch, and I said in an email, it's a pity. At least Raquel Welch is very beautiful. I watched her in all her early movies, and went to see 1 million BC or billion BC or whatever it was. Fantastic Voyage, Fathom. I think she was in Lady Cement, or if that was Joel St. John, I can't remember, with Frank Sinatra. He did 2 movies. I think he did Tony Rome as well. So she died. At least she's not Stella Stevens. I had watched from childhood. My parents took me to Harrah's in Reno. They had a little theater for kids. They dumped you in there and you couldn't escape. It was like a concentration camp or a gulag for kids. You weren't allowed to leave. So I went and sat through 8 showings of Advanced Career with Stella Stevens and I think Glenn Ford. And even at that young age, I went, oh my God, she's beautiful. So she died yesterday of Alzheimer's. So, well, I have a video that I'm going to do on that, a kind of a parody video, but to make a tongue-in-cheek reference to all of that. I got on the Apple Care last night. Okay, this is not breaking news, but it was interesting. The first guy I talked to was Indian. You know, I couldn't understand him. So I got the second guy. This is a guy born in 1964. And I started talking about my computer collection, my game machines. And he said, well, the first computer I ever got was an Apple II. So I talked about my apples. And then, now I don't have pneumonia. I certainly don't have ammonia. I did that when I was 8. I used to have grandma. Hello, soul sister. By the way, where are they? Where are they? Here they are. I've got to have more power, Captain. The thing isn't turning fast enough. So there they are. I used to have grand mal seizures as a kid, and they went away. And I had to carry these ammonia ampoules that were, oh, sheep. I just lost my channel thing. No, that's the other one. I was about to watch something after this. So I had to carry ammonia ampoules if I went into a seizure and had fainted. And I carried them in my pocket with butterscotch lozenges. And I'm out with my friend Charles, way out in the middle of nowhere in Bethesda, Maryland. Not middle of nowhere, it's in the city, but we were 10 miles from the District of Columbia line. And all of a sudden, I popped what I thought was a butterscotch lozenge into my mouth. And I bit down on an ammonia ampule and started trying to scream, but nothing came out because that will burn your throat. It will burn your mouth. And if untreated, you will lose your voice. You will lose your ability to swallow, and you will die. Luckily, and they merged into CVS, there was a People's Drug Store there that was 4th of July, and the druggist gave me the antidote, but I couldn't talk for weeks. I had to get a note from the druggist to take to my teacher and say, he can't talk. He drank ammonia. And another time I accidentally drank bleach. My mother, this is when I was 18 or 20, I'm thirsty. I'm cleaning the kitchen, and there was this clear liquid on the sink in a glass. I thought it was water, and for some bizarre reason, she poured Clorox in it. And I didn't smell it, and I drank it down, and oh my God, I just drank bleach. I keep having weird stuff happen to me. So, anyway, I had a great difficulty. It was freezing in here last night, and I just fed the cats. So, as for Jimmy Carter, well, the second most inept president now. I don't wish him ill will personally, but I used to be Democrat. I regret to my dying day I voted for Jimmy Carter. Huge mistake. But I turned around and voted for Ronald Reagan, so late the next election. But TPB? What is TPB? I hope that's not a new COVID variant. I've had quite enough of that. And by the way, if I have to take a breath in, I found out I don't always look at the medication list they give me. They attach them to the bags because I can't see small print. This is singular, generic for singular. This is for my asthma. For those who say there's nothing wrong with me. This is for my blood pressure. This was I had to take once a week vitamin D 50,000 units, so I'll save that for the coin things. And this one is for something. Oh, this is my vertigo. So, and I have my inhalers and all that stuff. This is one of my inhalers when I have to breathe into this every day, or breathe the powder into it. So these people, nothing wrong with you. I think I put pay to that. Oh yeah, yeah. A blind man would have found Raquel Welch attractive, I think. Same with Stella Stevens. But I watched Fathom again and had a few moments. Once again, another movie like the one I just looked at. The man seemed to be everywhere, Tony Franciosa. But not a great movie. So, no. despite what Kathy has said private to me, the problem with Kathleen, when she was young, when I first met her, she was kind and malleable and considerate, and now she's got a lot of anger. You can't have anger issues you want to make in Hollywood. And oh, I had a horrible dream last night. Heard the news about Stella Stevens, who had a horrible crush on him. 84, died of Alzheimer's, like my aunt and my brother-in-law. Went to sleep. I had this dream that I was in a movie, and it was out of Killer Clowns of Outer Space, but not exactly. We were selling ice cream in the Hollywood Hills, and I don't want to get demonetized, but it was, I'll do a separate video on that. It was horrifying. The only person who wasn't in there was Carl Kolchak from The Night Stalker. There were zombies, they were vampires, they were werewolves, they were worms, they were everything. And they were rebuilding the auditorium of Marilyn Monroe Memorial Auditorium, and it was just insane, and we were terrified. So, well, Millard Fillmore was up there, Franklin Pierce, the corrupt Warren Harding, the second term of Woodrow Wilson, not who, God, what was his first name? I've forgotten now. Hoover, not J. Edgar Hoover, the other Hoover, President Hoover. So those are 5 right there. James Buchanan, maybe, you know, all that stuff that last 10 years before the Civil War, all those presidents were not exactly doing a great job until Lincoln came in. What the hell is his first name? Computer. What was the first name of President Hoover? Herbert Hoover. I think I can remember. Computer, stop. I can remember Al. Oh my God, Al Smith, who ran against him, who ran for president twice, but I can't remember Herbert Hoover. I have the vacuum, not the president. So I woke up screaming this at one point this morning. I cranked the electric blanket up to 5, and I woke up soaked in sweat, but I couldn't sleep. It was so cold in here. Again, Betty, what is TPB? I have no idea what that is. So, oh yeah, there are trolls come in here all the time. I get rid of them. Doogie Mack. We know, like that Truman guy here, he fired Douglas MacArthur. I'm 70 years old and physically messed up. Were I 25 and everything worked, I still couldn't. You have to be 35 or 36 to be president. I can't. I'm not going to run for president. It'd be like having FDR trying to walk and he couldn't walk. No. And you know, people who run for president generally have money. I'm a poor and poverty-stricken man. However, just a moment. Let me check here. I do have one thing going on. Let me look at my channel. I now have, ding, 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 back to 8,000 and 20,000 subscribers. Escape the back rooms. No, I don't. I said I would not be running for president. I'll be 71 in April. I didn't say people who shouldn't. Over 70. We have Trump, who's over 70, and we have the strange Joe Biden in office. So you say too much politically, they block your stuff, so, and they demonetize you. So I'm not gonna say too much about my opinion about Biden, but being a Trump supporter, you can imagine what I think. So, hell, I have trouble getting up out of bed to go to the bathroom. I'm really gonna be in the White House. I took a deep breath. That hurt. I'm gonna be in the White House in the Oval Office in the chair behind the Queen Victoria desk. No, not gonna happen. Well, I was in the White House in 1960 or 61, whatever JFK became president with my mother. So she had to deliver papers to the president from the attorney she took care of. I got to meet JFK and Richard Nixon. Oh, well, the problem is Louis Rossman or somebody else said, I forget whom, you got the one who's anti-freedom, and they got a new one who's also said he's anti-freedom, so nothing's changed, although he's probably less anti-freedom than she was. All this stuff about I've got a strike where I said something about the 2020 election, and they gave me a strike. If you get 3 strikes, you're off the channel. And it's censorship. So I don't want to say any more about that either. There's a video I had years ago that I posted about Donald Trump. It sat there for about 8 years. Then suddenly someone complained that it was hate speech. It wasn't. I told the absolute truth, documented from the Washington Post, showed the article in the video. YouTube removed the strike, but they still removed my video. You cannot get rid of, are you kidding? I get rid of the trolls if I come up with $8,000. If I go after one troll with my attorney and do 2 other things I plan to do, the trolls would start leaving the building because I would sue them for money and stop. I'd go after 2 sites, get rid of those, go after the imposter. So do I. Well, actually, it'll be 2024. You've got to remember, we're in it is 2024. What am I thinking? Another brain freeze there. I'm still thinking mentally we're in 2022, which was a horrible year. So, I don't have any acquaintances in the real world except people online. I don't know anybody anymore. They're all dead. Were I to win the lotto, that'd be a whole new ball game because I would immediately, I think the limit is 33,000. I would immediately go on the Trump website and donate 30 grand. When you donate 30 grand, Republicans and Democrats start paying attention to you. And I would not donate to, my tongue hits the roof of my mouth. It's hard to talk. I think there's something wrong with his throat. Robin and the Seven Hoods, 1962, I believe. Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Bing Crosby, and a cast of several. But I have trouble talking. Yes, this is a lemon lift, Bigelow's lemon lift tea bag. None of that Earl Grey Picard nonsense for me. I tried that, tastes like chalk. And Kathy didn't like it either. I think I have a tea bag here. My never-ending task, I keep cleaning the computer desk and the video desk, and there's more crap on the video desk. Hello, where are you? I can see the bag, I think. I can see the yellowness. Is this you? No. I thought I kept it in here. That was something. Somebody just dropped something on the floor above me. There goes a pen. There we go. I knew I had one in here somewhere. Right, this is what I drink. lemon lift, Bigelow lemon lift, and no longer sold at Safeway, no longer sold at Lucky, no longer sold at Nobule Foods. I had to go to Food Max to get it, but now I go get it at, have Amazon sent it to me. So, yeah, so, all right, and this is, there's the box. It's a tunnel. It's a time tunnel. We can travel through time with this box. And you have the cups of meow mix. We will send cat food back in time before there was cat food. So I have a little infuser in the kitchen and probably very stale mint loose tea that's been up there forever. But it has a little kitty cat and it has a teapot on one end, and one day I'll dig it out and show it to you. I forgot about that. I went to a tea, one of these tea cafes or whatever they call it, with Kathy, and I bought some tea. They had a shop across the street before the pandemic. I bought mint tea. I like mint tea. No, not Bob Bigelow. No, it's from a British tea company. I don't know who owns them. It's not Skinwalker brand tea. No, it's not Sasquatch brand tea or Flying Sasquatch. And that'd be a hell of a name. I get rich and get me a cattle ranch and call it the Flying Sasquatch, double S, double bar S Sasquatch Ranch. But you have to watch out for your cattle. And I have a theory that since I talk so much about the Greys, they will leave my cattle alone. Friend to the Grey, an advocate for the Greys. Yellow chicken going, no, these chickens are already processed. They're not going anywhere. And this is not chicken. This is, looks like mama cat. This is shrimp tenders in sauce. So no chicken in there. So, but, no, it's cat food, Soul Sister. It's little cups of cat food. Hold on. Whoop, that's not it. Oh, down went down again on Friday. Okay. I hit the wrong button. Can't see the screen here. It is little cups of, see the shrimp? There it is. I can't reach that far without hurting. Oh, my back hurts if I do that. I show up my rib cage hurts. So let's move this so I can see. Okay. Mama wasn't lost. She just didn't show up for 13 days. I didn't know where she was. She must have gone off on an adventure or something scared her. She's fine, so. You're supposed to let your bags steep for what, 2 minutes? But I just take them out of I heat it up in the microwave for 2 minutes. They're ready to go. It's Mass Spoopere. Hello, Master Spoopere. So she has drama on her channel. Thrills, action, adventure. Not necessarily all good though. Glad it's not me. So anyway, I need to do laundry. I keep saying that, but the laundry, today I have to. I went down the hallway and all of a sudden this avalanche occurred. All the laundry collapsed in front of me, and I moved the big red chaise lounge pads, the sleeping bag, and stuffed them into a bin and picked up the laundry. So I got to start doing laundry tonight or tomorrow morning because I can't move in here anymore. Yeah, well, I don't know what the problem is with those people and you, because you're a very sweet and kind and decent and generous person. I don't deserve the crap that has happened to me either. And I called Coast to Coast AM the other night, and Tom Denheiser pranked me. He said, "What's your name?" I said, "George Senda, Martinez, California, the guy from Pittsburgh." He said, "Just a moment, I'll ask George." He said he never heard of any George. He never heard of any Pittsburgh guy. No, that's the other guy. That's the one who lives in L.A., the phony that I don't like. And he went on like this and said, "Well, my videos are on your website, Tom." And he started laughing and said, "I got you. I'm just pulling your leg." It's not April Fool's Day. I never did get on because the one guest left, the other guest left. But I contacted the guest from the other night. So black box and back, black box and back. Yeah, I found them. There's a little box underneath the Maxwell Smart Control Wants You poster. They were in this. And I've been walking by there for about a week, and I put them way up top there, and I couldn't see them. Black storage containers? What storage containers? Storage containers? Storage containers? Dun-dun-dun. I don't see any storage containers. Crate thingy. No. It's a milk crate. There's a duster and some charging cables and a book. There's no storage containers there. Those are for clothes, the gray ones. I don't know about black. The milk crate. It's a milk crate. They put milk in it. I don't have any chickens. There are no chickens on this channel. There are penguin things, there are hippopotamuses, there are lots of cats, there's Pinky the Brain, there's gray aliens, there's Charizards, there's Pokemons, there's dinosaurs, there's Sylvester the cat, there's other stuffed dinosaurs, Sinclair dinosaur, yellow. That's a feather duster. Feather duster. I'm not going to go over there and reach it because, again, it would hurt. There. Don't start that again with that idiot that I had to finally ban. He kept saying my reindeer was a bobcat, which was ridiculous. So we are looking at approximately a month. I'll be going out of town for the weekend, and I have to sit there and go, "Oh, what do I do in the middle of the night? Nothing's open." So I don't know. I guess those are real feathers or they're fake feathers or something. They keep every time I dust with a one feather flies off. I have another one that's long one that has a wool thing on it, and it does a very good job of dusting. Every time I dust in here, I turn on the air purifier, but I turned it off because when I had it running at night, it was freezing in here. Yeah, everybody likes the cat. Kathy gave that to me. That is, and that gets very dusty too. I dusted it a while back. It's another reason I played Lotto. Get all this crap out of here and have a 9 or 10 bedroom house. Put all the excess in the oh, ow, 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 ow. Hot showers ain't helping with this, whatever it is. No, not yet. I got to lose more weight. I'm going to my doctor. I'm still waiting to see what's going to happen with the motorized scooter. I have to set up my call. I have to go see Kathy on Wednesday. The evil Patty showed up, and all she did was vacuum the floor and bitched about what Kathy had to do to clean the apartment and did nothing for Kathy. Paid Patty $50. She didn't do jack. So Kathy's finally had it with her. They're done. I don't think so. Last I've heard, the bobcats don't have antlers. Hold on a minute. Now, to make sure I don't step on Fluffy. And little girl, this is the empty box this stuff came in. All right. The Logitech camera seems to be a much better camera than the better camera than the. I'm not gonna put a butterfly up there. There is the thing that the dummy thought was a. What'd you say it was? A bobcat. Does that look like a bobcat to you? So, it's a reindeer. It's one of my four Christmas stockings. So, and instead of Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, this is Chauncey the green-nosed reindeer. Clunk. Thank you for saying that about Kathy. So, I showed it already. You missed it. It's $5 to see the men. Super chat, $5 donation to see the men. Yeah, right. Then there's this. Where is it? Did I put it away? I put it somewhere. What did I do with it? No, it's not there. I don't know where it is. I gotta clean this other table off. Alright, anytime someone says I run a Mickey Mouse operation, I will say, no, I run a Minnie Mouse operation. This is a back scratcher I got for Kathy, but somehow it wound up in my, or it's her back scratcher. I have a Mickey Mouse back scratcher. It works very well as a back scratcher. I still can't find out where that's hurting. But there's the mini Disneyland back scratcher. Authentic. She hates Mickey Mouse, but she likes Minnie Mouse. So, a lot of stuff floating around here. Now there's a yellow man's, a blue man's, a red man's. Scotty! Captain, I need more power. I need more RAM, Captain. I need a bigger hard drive, Captain. And McCoy. So, sucking on cough drops. She thinks Mickey Mouse. I can't say the word. He's got a squeaky voice. I'll say she thinks. I'll substitute the word she uses because it's not politically correct or woke. She thinks Mickey Mouse is effeminate. So I have no Star Wars things. However, years ago, at a convention far, far away in San Francisco at the St. Francis Hotel, this 12-year-old kid went into a room when the guy was wearing it, took it off, and he stole. No, that wasn't a Star Wars, sorry, it was Planet of the Apes. I'm confusing my classic movies. He stole a Planet of the Apes costume worth $5,000 at the time. I went down to Palo Alto, tracked the kid, had given me his address, tracked him down, and scared the hell out of the kid, and the grandparents woke up 2 in the morning. You're going to go to jail, kid. Give the costume up. So that was, so, Oatmeal is here. Where's Oatmeal? There he is. Yeah, hello, Shaquille Oatmeal. And I would pick up one of the cats, but they're both sound asleep. Oh, God, please. Well, Kathy and I call Winnie the Pooh Winnie the Poop. We don't like Winnie the Pooh either. So, we are not big fans of Disney. She likes Marvel movies, but not Disney. I like one Disney character, and that is Uncle Scrooge. So, yeah, well, I tried oatmeal without water. No, it's too, you can't swallow it. Instant oatmeal. I want to be Uncle Scrooge with the money bin, although I'm not going to go diving into the pile of money. And well, somebody has woke up. Fluffy has woke up. So, yeah, Soul Sister is very nice. I missed Soul Sister when she was gone. I don't know where I put the thing. I put it somewhere. I put it in the drawer. That's where I put it. So, he's cute, but we're just not into Winnie the Pooh and Eeyore and all that other stuff. So, out of money. I have enough to do 3 loads of laundry. I need clean shirts. I need clean flannel sheets. I need clean. The sweats I'm wearing definitely need to be washed. Well, I don't listen to what Snoozy Joe talks about. He's in his own world, the world beyond. No, I didn't watch regular Winnie the Pooh. When I want to watch horror movie Winnie the Pooh, Kathy might watch it because she's into horrible horror movies. I watched an old clip of Chiller Theater, I think it was WIC. I'm not certain of the call letters in Pittsburgh, from 1972 with the other person I had a crush on, still do, because she and my first girlfriend looked and sounded identically like Barbara Feldon as a guest. So I'm not about to. I don't support these violent films because I think it takes a certain percentage of people and turns them violent. So okay, now you ruined the movie for everybody, Spook. Um, don't do that. Don't tell the butler did it. What's that thing? Spoiler. Don't do spoilers on here. Don't tell. No spoilers. Oops. God damn it! I did it again. Hold on. Um, there we go. They cut up piglet and make bacon and eggs, in all probability. Used to play a lot to Clue. Never did guess anybody. I was terrible at it. Now, Trivial Pursuit, they wouldn't play with me anymore. I knew all the answers. I hadn't cheated. So, I don't pay to watch movies. I go to Rasputin or I get stuff at Amazon and eBay. And when I clear this area out, I'll finally be able to. I now have a splitter for my HDMI, and I will be able to watch Blu-ray on my television finally again. So I have a whole bunch of. I've watched all my Blu-rays, but there are other things I'd like to watch. Ooh, not good. Kathy loves Tim Curry. And I have never seen Rocky Horror Picture Show. I have refused because it's not my cup of tea. Kathy has. Before the pandemic, there were lots of theaters that had just dropped my cough drop. That had that movie playing on Saturdays and anniversaries, and people would dress up like all the characters, and they would chant all the dialogue while the movie was going. So, uh-oh, there go the boxes. I just fell. Don't want to freak out the cats. Yeah. The bobcat, the current creature right there. Okay, no bobcat zone. Tea room, that was it. I'm eating Hall's menthol, honey menthol eucalyptus, or whatever the hell it is. Hall's Relief. They help me stop coughing. Menthol, cough suppressant, oral anesthetic. So, I ate 50 cases of this, I'll be bombed off my ass, no doubt. Yeah, he was in the movie The Shadow, which I liked and Paul didn't. I liked The Shadow. I had The Shadow on Blu-ray with Alec Baldwin. No, I do not have a Mardi Gras mask. I have light up alien mask. I have light up Christmas things that sit on my head. I have a green alien hat. I have a Pittsburgh hat. Or cap, actually, I should say. Nightcap hat. And my thumb is back to hurting again. What the hell? I got a moth. There's a poor little moth in here. He's flickering in the camera light. I have a moth. I don't hurt him when I get to the door and I chase him out. There he is on my, not a mosquito. I don't believe. The little moth. Mr. Moth. Hey, he's gone. Someone gave me a 3-shelf, somewhat rusty. I cleaned one shelf off. I have to bang with a hammer on the bottom shelf. Removable. Not gonna allow that because YouTube doesn't like that language, so we're not gonna. A 3-shelf baker's rack. And the metal is rust. I cleaned it. No. I made a joke. Menthol anesthetic. I figure if you ate about 50 of these, you'd be bombed off your ass because it had a mild anesthetic to stop pain in your throat. So, Um, 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 mm. Beta carotene eucalyptus oil, which is odd because normally you allergic to eucalyptus tree sap pollen. Flavors: glucose syrup, honey, soy lecithin. What they put soy lecithin, sucralose, sucrose, and water. No alcohol, as far as I can determine. So let the moth out. Anyway, I have this rack outside. As soon as I can get to the Mac Mini, connect the Android phone cable. I'll do a video in the daylight and show the rack, and then I'm going to paint it gold. Put it in the kitchen, then I can get the jumping off the floor. The pressure cooker that may or may not longer work, and maybe the ice maker, so I can put another kitty bed over here for Mama Cat. Trying to get Mama Cat to come in and stay in, and then I'll try to get Kitten to stay in. So, but he played a real rat in the shadow. He aligned with the forces of evil, and I am basically lawfully good. Except when it comes to Patty, we wanna dox Patty, and I can't dox Patty on YouTube. We're that mad at her. We know her address and her phone number. Let her get harassed like Kathy has. It wouldn't be morally right, but we're sure mad at her. Let's see, 7, 9, 10 days to get my check. Well, I'm not making ice in the wintertime. I got 2 ice trays in the freezer. So, drank all the orange juice. If I had an unlimited amount of money, I'd load up on all that orange juice. I haven't gotten one yet. I go to my doctor next month. We'll see the progress. I have to double check the date. And every time I go to the doctor, I come home and wears me out for the next day. And she wants me to make the appointment with the colonoscopy. I was going to have Patty go and take me. We have to take a lift from the colonoscopy because they give you anesthetic and they won't let me go by myself, which I think is stupid. I broke my leg in 8 places, all my toes and my left foot when I was 14. Left the hospital. I walked up and down the stairs for months. They gave me anesthetic in my foot, injected my foot, and it was very graphic, but if I can withstand that, I can walk to the bus. Yeah. This is the, well, I gave Patty, and I made a big mistake, I gave Patty ahead of time $50 to take me over to Kathy's and her to clean Kathy's apartment. And Patty had 2 pairs of my sweats she was repairing. She bitched about that. I have found laundry in here that Patty claimed to watch. It's still filthy. So I have to redo all my laundry. And it was in her van for months. So Patty, I call her up and said, when do you plan to come over here to take me to Kathy's and so we can start cleaning? I have no idea. So then she calls Kathy and arranges, I'll come over on Thursday. She shows up, starts telling Kathy how to clean, how to do this. You have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. She back in the living room and said, oh, look at the time, I have to go. And left. So basically, she ripped me off for $50. She refused. Kathy has said, George needs his clothes. You're going to give him back his clothes? She got silence. So she stole my damn clothes. And to replace those, I haven't looked up on Walmart yet, 15 to 20 bucks a piece for my new sweats. And these are getting rather frayed because I'm wearing them all the time because I have only one pair of pants. I've lost weight. Older pants fall off of me, so they've known each other since high school. And Patty has stolen stuff from Kathy. She's conned people out of stuff. She stole a cookbook from me, and somehow it mysteriously came back one day when Patty came in here. And she stole my shop back. So I'm not happy with her. But Kathy is, I keep saying Patty, I keep doing that, transposing their names. Kathy is fed up. She said to Patty, Patty had told me to tell Kathy before she came over, don't let her hug me. Tell her I don't want to be hugged. So what did Patty do when she came? She gave Kathy a hug. Kathy couldn't why. And Kathy asked Patty, we never go out and have any fun. And Patty didn't say a word. So Kathy has had it. She's tired of Patty's playing. They didn't talk for 5 years. Kathy went into Patty's house and waited for her in her bedroom. There was a cookbook. She was reading the cookbook, and Patty got all offended she would dare walk into her bedroom. I wouldn't care as long as you don't take my cookbook. I lent Kathy chicken soup with a cat lover's soul, and I never got back. I don't lend out books, so. Well, they were loading stuff into Patty's van, and I was on the bed because I fell off I had an airbed, and it deflated twice in a week, brand new airbed, threw me on the floor violently and re-injured my bad knees where I couldn't walk for months. So I was a little incapable of walking or stopping her. And they took boxes and bags and tons of stuff to Kathy's place, to Patty's place, and somewhere in there my shop vac is gone. Kathy says she doesn't have it, and since I've known Kathy since 1977, I believe Patty says she doesn't have it. There were only two guys in here other than me, and I didn't steal it. One of you guys stole it, but I don't think it was my beloved. I think it was Patty. Patty is greedy. And there are other things I'm not going to go into that I know Patty has done. Because Patty walked over and gave her a hug. My late mother would come over to me at the door and want a hug and a kiss, and I couldn't say what I wanted to say. You never hugged me as a child. You wouldn't kiss me as a child. Why are you suddenly doing it when I'm 60 years old or so? So, you know. No, they didn't bring the stuff back. What Patty did, she put the stuff in the van and dragged it to Kathy's. Kathy first put it in her closet in the living room. Now it's all sitting in the storage closet out in the patio. But my shop vac is not there. Patty has it. Kathy had a bobblehead of Darth Vader. And she brought it to Patty's place when Kathy got evicted, and Patty stole it. And I mentioned to Kathy, your Darth Vader bobblehead is gone. And Kathy's still mad about that. Patty took it. So, no, they didn't lose. How are you going to lose a shop vac? It's, it's got a big snaky thing. It's got the thing that you vacuum with. It's got a cord. It's got wheels. I paid $30 for it. God knows what it was now on Amazon. I use it for cat litter. No, the van's been long emptied several times. So, and you can't stop someone from coming over and hugging you if you're not ready for it. Because Kathy had two girlfriends. She had Judy, who she knew since elementary school, and she had Pam. Well, Pam died at 47 of a heart attack in bed. Pam was a heavy smoker. And Judy died of God knows what. We came to her trailer. She had a mobile home. And she inherited it when her parents died. Her cat died first. And then her parents died, then her cat died. Cat hated everybody except Judy. We came to see what was wrong because we hadn't heard from her 2 weeks. Her old style answering machine with a tape was full. I looked in the mailbox and it was full of mail like this big. Hadn't been picked up in weeks. And she was taking mail for someone who was homeless. She had a kind heart. She was much nicer than Patty. So we called the cops. They showed up and I said, look, there are flies flying. I looked in the kitchen window and the living room window and there are flies flying everywhere, hundreds of flies. And so the sergeant showed up. I said, we really think something is wrong here. Judy has never not called Kathy back. And they found her dead in the doorway between the hallway and the bedroom. And sorry about death talk, but so Kathy has one friend in the world, that's Patty, and Patty keeps screwing her over. So, well, someone asked why is she with Patty? That's why. She has no one to go out with. She has no one to have girl talk with. I can't do girl talk. All my friends, Maroney, Glenn, Buzz Nelson, Dean Dickensheet, Shirley Dickensheet. Paul is my last friend. If he dies before me, I have no friends either in the world. Sad to be all alone in the world. Beatrice Lilly, thoroughly modern Millie. So, I'm an orphan, says the young girl whom they proceed to abduct. Great play, great movie. They made a play after the movie. Mary Tyler Moore and Julie Andrews. Fun comedy. Black. She... How to put this? Kathy is very opinionated and lets it all hang out, and some of her opinions are not politically correct and they offend people. So it's very hard for her to meet people and be friends with them. Now, if someone asks me why someone's still seeing someone, I'm going to say that. I'm sorry, but I have to explain these things. And if someone that's famous or something dies, I'm going to say they're dead. So no, I do not second that rule. Because someone else will come in and ask me why is she with Patty. Then I got to go through the whole spiel again. I will agree to not discuss the background of Kathy's two girlfriends. Okay, you can donate to PayPal for the cats. This strange troll, whom I've told to leave me alone, he keeps sending me $1. And it's 98 cents, but I don't want his money because he's weird. And Spoop and I have discussed that. So where did Spoop go? She went away. But at 70 and almost 71, I've outlived everybody. So I like that. I could dress up as Moses and try to do my Fluffy. Try to do my Mel Brooks imitation. No, not yet. I wound up. Okay, I don't see small print well, even on my screen. And I thought I had more money in the bank than I did in the credit union than I did, and I'm a $79 overdraft. So I have to wait till the 28th and then order it. No weird money. Well, the other one is sitting over there. I have to get the, I just dropped something, damn it. Ow, 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 ow. Back, shoulder, whatever it is, hurts when I bend. Ow. Yeah. Maybe I pulled a muscle. Oh, that hurts. Yeah, hold on. Take the, I don't know why this Pokemon card is in this former cat food crunchy container. It's not valuable or anything, it's just pretty. Okay. We have real money and fake money. These, this is supposedly a piece of gold. It's not, it's copper. This is supposedly gold. They sell these grab bags on eBay. Don't buy them. This is fake. It's not real gold. This is a wheat. This is also fake. Gold doesn't, whoop, I just dropped it. Gold doesn't tarnish. This stuff tarnishes. This is copper. This is a wheat penny worth about 4 cents now. I don't know if you can see this, but this is a very old tarnished nickel. The only nickel I have. This is from 1905. Instead of 5 cents, it says V on the back. Not the aliens from V. This is a wheat. They call it a wheat penny. There's sheep of wheat on both sides. I have a whole bunch of those. This is more fake gold. I'm going to send this to a guy named Spectacular, and the thing I bought, I got ripped off for 30 bucks on eBay. There's another wheat penny. Another piece of fake gold. And this is another wheat penny. This is a, I have the decanter in my cookie jar head is broken. I have a Travelodge bear. This is a Travelodge coin. They call it a challenge coin, but this is a token from the Tropicana Casino for $1. $1 gaming token. I don't know what year this was. We love the I finally found a Travelodge Plus. This is 1992. It says Las Vegas. I don't know again if you can see this, but and then this is a 1 ounce silver. Somebody made this up. It's General Patton, the senior. So George S. Patton. That's worth about $20 or $30. And this is a colorized Donald Trump, gold-plated. I don't think it's silver. I'm not sure, but someone sent me that. So I'll be very glad to have the next coin loan out on the 28th or 29th. And I will show that, but you got to be careful. I'm not going to buy any more coins on eBay unless it's a known dealer. And the guy was pretending to be somebody else, another coin dealer. I called the actual coin dealer and said, no, I didn't do that. So it's very upset. I got ripped off. Where did it go? No, I did not buy them on QVC. QVC Spectacular on YouTube, SPEQ or G Tacular has talked about this with the coin guy, the dealer in Florida. They overprice this stuff. Like, you can get so many silver Morgan dollars There'll be 500 more than the actual cost. They say, oh, our cost in shipping is this. They'll charge you $1,000 for $500 Morgan dollars, and the gullible buy this. Or I got a thing, you can buy a whole set of Morgan dollars from the Bradford Exchange, and they're way overpriced what they should be. I don't watch QVC. I don't have cable, so I have no favorite host. Give me a minute. I have to blow my nose. Oop, I missed these two. Spectacular has a camera that sits on the desk and points down. I haven't watched QVC since around 2013, so I have no knowledge except the indirect of QVC. I would watch the coin things at night, late at night. You have 22 minutes to buy this rare silver nickel, or something. Only $900 with payments of $39 a month. I'm being facetious, but I found somebody left this downstairs. I'm gonna read it when I get out. I know. I think I'm getting carpal thumb because I play the game on the phone too much. My thumb is hurting it. This is Richard Hakluyt, Voyages to the Virginia Colonies. So I'm going to read that. And this was written in somewhere. Doesn't say when it was written. And a member of the Virginia company. So I don't know when he wrote this, but it's a classic work. So I've fed the cats already. I'm in for the night. I'm on until my body says lie down. Dropped another one, stupid thing. Oh. Or my thumb says lie down. Or I have to go to the bathroom. Or I get tired and my body says sleep. I can't do, when I was in the hallway, I'm not a young man anymore. And not the young man I was 5 or 6 years ago. I would do 5-hour videos and get up and be in pain. I think my record was 6.5 hours. I wanted to outdo Art Bell. But I would get off that chair and I'd be in pain for 2 days. I'm not doing my bit. And the videos would break up. The video is buffering. Well, give it an aspirin. I cannot control the buffering, Captain. So I wish to have a long life. Yeah, I had a raccoon come in one night in the doorway while I was live. And of course, these shadow creatures, which hadn't been seen since I stopped doing videos in the hallway. So I think that was the ghost of my beloved Minnie Mouse cat. And he got run over, and people would see this blur, and I've seen it go down the hallway. And raccoons will come up here. Raccoon one night, I'm sound asleep, and I left the cat food dish by the door with the door open. In the summer, it gets too ungodly hot to have the door closed. And the raccoon came in and tipped all the cat food all over the floor. I can do that on my own by picking up a bag and having it tip over. I got a vacuum cat food. Raccoons are obsessed with cat food. They've walked in there several times. One walked into the kitchen one night and I said, out! He ran out. They're more frightened than anything else. You yell at them and they leave. I'm not going to hurt them, but get the hell out of my apartment, raccoon. Go find Rocky Raccoon and go out on a double date. I haven't figured out who Rocky Raccoon is. It's from a song. Rocky Raccoon. Dum dum dim dum dim 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 dim. So, by the way, I keep these for mailing toys and crunchies and gifts. These are perfect for mailing. You just retape them, put in the address on both sides, and mail them off. This felt heavy. There were 3 boxes of this. It's 2 pounds, but it felt like about 20 when I picked it up. So, now this is curious. Dry food lasts a year and a half. This only lasts till November. All raccoons are named Bandit. I think some raccoons might object to that, particularly female raccoons. Then wonder what would chase the raccoons? Would it be like a coyote or a wolverine or a fox? This fox comes into the diner and give me a Dr. Pepper and a pepperoni sandwich. I'm in hot pursuit of the bandit. Kathy saw both of those movies. I don't like the weird tree. The weird tree looks weird. I saw that thing, wanted to go get a hacksaw, or a chainsaw. Bugged me, I don't know why. I looked at the weather today, and for the next week, it's still going to be cold at night. Sandwiches. When I have money. Of course, if people would donate to Super Chat, I might have money to take the cats to the vet, get the medication. I just got 3 bills tonight, including one saying, we are waiting the form you were supposed to mail off, and they put it on the 9th. And I think it's in this pile. I think it's in the other pile. And I got a call on Monday and said, hey, once I put it in the mailbox, which I did, any responsibility for that mail leaves my control. I give it to the federal government. Kathy and Patty are, let's put it this way. You remember the episode of Star Trek Original, Let This Be Your Last Battlefield, where they grabbed each other and electroshocked? Well, that's the status of Patty and Kathy right now. Kathy wants nothing to do with Patty anymore. Patty screwed me out of $50 and didn't clean Kathy's house and didn't take me there. And Patty refused to return my sweats that she claimed to have repaired. Here's 2 bills. Because of COVID and Bank of America, they keep charging me late fees because they went $90 and I'm giving them $40. This one, they went $115. So I got to call them up and say, look, I got to talk to a manager. I paid her ahead of time to drive me and her to Kathy's apartment for the 3 of us to clean the apartment, and Patty didn't show up for a week. No, sandwiches or bread. And she didn't show up. And then when she got there, she vacuumed the floor. Well, you have to do this, you have to do that. To get rid of the roaches, you have to do this, you have to do that. And, oh, look at the time I have to go. So she did absolutely almost nothing. Oh. That was my lower back telling me it didn't like sitting here. If I sit too long on this bed, it hurts. I'm hoping eventually to. I hate being old. And injured. History of injuries. I hope to have Kathy come over one day. We move all this stuff, and then I can take the milk crate over there out, put the printer over there, move the printer table, put the ice machine on it, and turn this way so I can sit in the chair. And that way I can put another kitty bed for Mama Cat. I don't want to talk to Patty because I've tried to call her up and I get, mailbox is full. She's deliberately, I'm not going to deal with that. I'm not going to take her I've been to court with the case I didn't win because I didn't go there for 6 months. Patty got hundreds of dollars in gasoline from me over the last 2 years. That's all right. I have the satisfaction though she'll never get another dime out of me and she won't get free gas. I could screw her right now, so can Kathy. We've talked. So, but you can't force someone to give you back money. And I'd have to file, inform or prepare us, have someone serve her with the paperwork for $50. It's not worth it for all the hassle. I went through hassle for months with that court case of the bus accident. Got nowhere because I didn't go in within 6 months. I got screwed. And I found a letter from the insurance agent. We understand that you were involved in an accident, and County Connection said there was no accident. Their own insurance company admitted there was an accident. So it's not worth it for $50 to go through all the hassle of going to the courthouse, file the paperwork, have them do this, have somebody serve it. If they serve it in my mail, Patty's going to ignore it and throw it away. I don't want Patty. Patty's a hoarder. She makes me look like Mr. Clean. She has on her wall across from her bed 13 clocks, which sounds like a Vincent Price movie. She has stuff piled up to the ceiling. I lost. Because of the state law, you have to file against a public agency within 6 months. Steve, if you drive your car and hit me, I have 2 years to sue. If you have a state or county agency hit you, you have 6 months. So, no, that's over with. It's done. I lost. I appealed. I still lost. I found a clause that all requirements to file in a timely manner were waived by the state judicial council. The judge at the Superior Court ignored that. I got screwed. So, I'm not going to hotwire her van. There's other things I could do. Maybe I should go over and paint Russian colors on it, and then a Ukrainian would bazooka it. But put a Russian flag on it. Well, I was sitting on the bus like this, and in front of me was a folded up handicap seat, and I published the picture of it. Driver slammed their brakes, and I went flying. Don't do that to my hurt hand, George. And I wound up like this, face down on the folded up handicap seat with my kneecaps on the metal, screaming for 10 blocks. Well, that's another thing. I have a heating pad. I can't find it. I think it's at Kathy's house in a box. So, and a new heating pad is $30. I only have so much money to deal with. I got bills to pay. And the old joke, you have bills to pay, give it back. His head's getting cold. Ah, yes. No, I've never been to Mexico. It's full of Mexicans. Little girl. We got enough Mexicans over here. Why would I go to Mexico? I don't need to go to Mexico. I can just go over to the senior center and they're across the street. They were having the Mexican polka music party. There are about 25 guys in the back drinking beer and playing Mexican music. I get that every time I feed Tiny one. I need to go to Mexico to see Mexico. I got it here. What would I do in Mexico? Yeah, put Russian tank in Russian and Cyrillic letters on it. She has a red van. That might work. Put a red star in there and put Russian tank in Cyrillic letters. Patty and Kathy took stuff out of here to get my place cleaned up. Boxes and boxes and bags of stuff. It sat on Patty's patio. It sat on Kathy's patio. And then Patty says, I can't move. I'm going to get all your stuff out of here. So she put all in a van, dumped it off at Kathy's house. Do I like beach? My money doesn't go any further here. Why would it go any? I remember something. Remember something. Um, Steve, I'll let that go. But um, um, I'd have to spend money to go to Mexico. That I don't have. I can't go to Alien Con. Why or UFO Con? No, Alien Con. So, and by the way, why would I go to beautiful women? There are beautiful women here. I don't have to travel to Mexico. But I am 70, almost 71 years old. Look, I'm more interested in burritos and tacos than Mexican women because I like Mexican food. But, you know, the old joke, if she dies, she dies. But I'm not in a position anymore where I would do something to a woman and she would die because I would be too amorous. That's not going to happen. I don't drink margaritas. I barely know what it is. I'm going to bring it back home and have them. I was counting on Patty to drive me somewhere. There, I found the only cheap storage space in the whole area, and now Patty is not available to do that. So when Kathy and I are going to do certain things, we're going to rent a van, go up there, rent a storage space, and then take the stuff that's on her patio. Make sure there's not little roach friends in any of the boxes or bags. Put it all in storage and put the excess in here. So, what death talk? I didn't talk death talk. And we didn't agree to anything. We're this editorial we you have here. I'm the one who runs the channel. Nobody asked for my permission to not talk about death. Remember, this is my channel, not yours. You're just visiting. Follow the rules of the owner. The management has the right to. You know, you're being silly. I have no money. I've had to borrow money from Kathy for food and for years pay the coin loan interest. I don't have money to go to Mexico. And then you have to have a passport to get back in. I can go to hot tub places here and pay $40. I don't need to go to Mexico, which I would love to do. But then I'd have to have someone there to help me out because I don't know if I wouldn't slip or something. No, what's this? There is no we. Now, Mama Cat did not tell me where she went. I don't know where she went to. I don't know where she was. She's a little thin. She's fine. I got to pet her last night twice on the bed. Ow, 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 ow. Another thing hurting. She was gone. She didn't come up the door for 13 days. I don't know where she went to. So, but I come back from the store. I walked a lot. My body said you can walk physically 2.5 miles, but you're not going to walk 2.5 miles again because I came here. I put my groceries down before I did my live haul. I leaned back in the bed and I didn't move at all for 20 minutes. My whole body was saying pain, pain, pain. But when I came up the sidewalk, I heard squeaking, mew, mew. And under the stairs, it was dark by then. I said kitten cat, and it was Mama. So I said, I'm sorry, but you have no right to assume that you have the right to make rules for this channel. Oh, God, my shoulder, ribs, or whatever muscle was hurt. Okay. Second coin loan will be out on the 28th or 29th. Third coin loan April 1st, and the final coin loan out April 28th on my birthday. So, no, not yet. April 28th, my 71st birthday. So, and thank you for the concern, Mama Cat. And I'm typing fast, so I'm not paying attention to punctuation. Thank you. So then I have to sit down with the manager and say, how much interest have I paid on these coin loans? So, and then I can start donating. Once all these cockamamie bills are paid off, I can start donating to the car fund. But not paying $125, $150, $200 a year in interest or more, I haven't been able to quite figure out how much I'm actually paying every year since 2015. I figured it's minimum 2,000. Excuse me, it might be. I have difficulty with small print unless I read with a really bright light because I can't see small print well, but I can see a bill or a pawn ticket. So don't start. No, they're in the safe. I'm not going to get up. My body is saying it in various spots, including one I won't mention. It's in pain. So I'm going to sit here for a while and then probably quit and move the cat food off the bed to the cat food area. Move the bowl that little girl did not finish because she ate downstairs already. I'll move that on top of the refrigerator and then probably lie down. No, I can't get some of it back. I took a loan out, like you take a car loan, a home loan, a home improvement loan, a credit card. But the interest rates are outrageous. Over 90%. I think one loan was 105% a year. I don't know from screen reader. All I know is shift, command, plus or minus. But I haven't always done. No, Mama Cat's outside. I want to go to bed. I didn't get much sleep last night. It was absolutely freezing here. And I'm probably going to take 3 of these, which is generic ibuprofen, and go to sleep. I need a heating pad. I need a second electric blanket. I already told Kathy what I want my birthday before my birthday is another electric blanket that works. I have 4 electric blankets and only 2 of them work. One of them works right now. I have all the controls, but I wash them, and they lie to you. They say machine washable, and then they stop working. So I only do gaming on my phone. Oh, and of course the iPad will be repaired on the 28th. My credit is. Bank of America overdrawn me $412, killed my credit, and then COVID put the final nail in my coffin. Although I have gotten 4 credit card companies to not close my account. I called one the other day, though. They closed my account, and then they said, you have to call back in 3 or 5 days because another department is handling that. They're supposed to not close your account if you call them up and you say you had COVID. So I don't know from the screen reader. We're looking at 2 years. Because I owe the car fund money that I borrowed. I lost money. I don't generally listen to Eon Punnett, and I'm going to be coast to coast sleeping. So, because trolls damage my credit. But I had made payment. You see, before the trolls tried to get me evicted a year or two ago, whatever the hell it was, I had perfect credit. I'd never missed a payment. I had a 650 credit score. They damaged my credit because I had to spend thousands of dollars getting this place cleaned up and giving Kathy hundreds of dollars in gasoline. Patty, I mean. But until then, I had never missed a payment in 3 years. But then Bank of America in August overdrawing me. I couldn't pay any bills. I paid 3 bills in September. I paid 3 bills in October, and then COVID hit, and I paid a couple bills in November. I'm behind. Not necessarily. I'm trying to appeal. 2 cards are gone. They were canceled before COVID, but the rest will be recoverable. So I think they should change the law to make that 5 years. You could be ill, you could have an accident, you could be hospitalized, you could have been fired from your job, you could have been hit by a car, you could have a divorce. There's all kinds of reasons why you can't pay your credit. But 7 years is just too long, particularly when you're 70 years old. I don't even want to think about 7 years from now. Because they're the A word. They called my manager, they called the manager above my manager, and they called the director of housing, and they sent videos of my apartment, and they said my apartment was a fire hazard. The fire marshal, last time the former manager tried to get me evicted because books were in there, so they're going to catch fire. And I called the fire marshal, and she gave me a letter, and she called the director of housing and said, in order for there to be a fire, you have to have an ignition source. Books do not spontaneously combust. I'm in technically senior housing. So, no, they didn't try to when I fell from the airbed, they started harassing housing to try to get me thrown out in the street, me and the cats. This used to be an all-senior building, but somebody in the Obama administration decided it was discriminatory to reserve one building out of so many for all seniors. So now we have weird people, demented people, mentally ill people, God knows what. That's why I want to get out of here so bad. So it's also why I have a neighbor 2 doors down who blares her TV 24 hours a day. I have a guy who drops stuff on the floor. I have people play loud music. I have people who scream and yell when they talk normal conversation. I have people who stand out the balcony and make phone calls while screaming into the phone. I have noisy people in the street. I have people who play music at full blast. One plays it so loud the whole building shakes. So if that answers your question, I get along with my neighbors, but we have inconsiderate and ill-mannered people here, and we have some downright nuts. This is why I played a lotto. So I was hoping in my lawsuit, if I'd won my lawsuit, I would have moved to somewhere else, bought an apartment building, bought a house, and I would be out of here. We got homeless showing up in the elevator, sleeping in the elevator, sleeping on the seats by the elevator. One of the maintenance men caught a homeless guy, but I think he was actually a burglar. He had climbed over the gate on the 3rd floor leading to the roof and was trying to get in other people's apartments. No, raccoons are not coming in here because I closed the door. In the summertime, I have to leave the doors open for the cats, but I pretty much now leave the screen door shut and locked. I have to leave the door open. It's another reason I want to move. Get somewhere where I have air conditioning and central heat and air. Yeah, last year or 2 years ago in May, I'd have to look at my videos. The Intex airbed deflated while I was sleeping on it, threw me on the floor violently, and I landed on both kneecaps, screaming in pain. So I'm very quiet except when I play my music, which is rarely. Well, some of them are mentally ill, some of them are druggies, some of them are alcoholics, some of them are criminals. And a number of them do not want to go to work. They don't want to go to a homeless shelter. They don't want a home. I've had homeless tell me, I don't like rules, so I'm not going to move into some place. I have an air conditioner. It doesn't work right. It puts air onto the ceiling, and this room is too big for it. It's wimpy. So, we have people in Los Angeles, blocks and blocks and blocks of people living in tents. And they spend $850 million a year on the homeless there. You could buy homeless a brand new. Don't start me about don't work. All right, I'm removing that comment. I'm 70 years old. I'm fully, completely disabled for purposes of work. I've had multiple injuries and illnesses. So don't give me this crap about I don't work. The mountain lion was in 1977. I think he's no longer with us. First of all, mental health treatment. We have homeless on fentanyl. We have homeless who've had their brains effectively destroyed. Alcoholism. Yeah, I was in the BART station, standing there waiting for Kathy to come pick me up. This mountain lion came down this hill that's now full of crosses because of the Iraq War. Crossed the road, crossed the parking lot, into the paid area of the BART station. Actually, before you go into turnstiles, the booth for the agent is open in a big circle. And he walked up to me and went, plop. And I bent down and said, hello, kitty cat. You are a beautiful kitty cat. Can I pet you, kitty cat? And he started going like this, started making biscuits, and made a chuffing noise. So I reached down and petted him and got to hug him and kissed him. And he lied there for 20 minutes just doing this, very happy. And I scratched his ears and I scratched his chin. He was wagging his tail. And about 20 people started lining up. Oh, he's going to eat you. He's going to kill you. Aren't you afraid? I said, he's a baby. He wants love. So, yeah, I'm not going to adopt a mountain lion. He'd probably think Fluffy and Little Girl were snacks and Mama Cat. So I saved a little police dog this last year, too, that I found. Little German Shepherd. It had its collar on, but they had the wrong address registered at the animal control. But took it to the police station. It was very happy, very sweet dog. Came up to me, panting. It was 104 degrees that day. I gave it water I happened to have with me. So I don't use Ouija boards. If you go to Coast AM, the #1 late night talk show in the United States, my videos are on Coast AM in the media section. I did a video on why Ouija boards are dangerous. You tap into the forces of evil. Frida Pita having a raccoon. I saw a raccoon the other night. It came up to me on the sidewalk. It was this big and this big. It was bigger than a dog. But the cougar was very nice. He was very sweet. I think he was someone's pet. He liked the scratching here, and he liked the scratching of his ears, and I was petting him, and I hugged him, and he didn't attack me. Yeah, I firmly believe in the forces of evil. I don't know if they're demons or not, but there are things that are not good out there that people tap into with seances and pentagrams and Ouija boards and all of that. Yeah, right. Shaquille. Yeah, Shaquille can be the official raccoon wrestler for the channel. I got me 1,000,000 head of raccoon. It's a bitch to feed them guys. They keep sitting there like this begging for meow mix. I keep running out of meow mix. I am not going to tap into, and I have books on demonology. I'm not going to tap into some demon with an Ouija board. No. Yeah, the George Senda raccoon army. You have to have the raccoons go after the trolls. I was thinking the other day of, is there a demon to go after Patty and get my $50 back? So, raccoon army. Raccoon army. Well, they come up here and eat my wet, dry cat food. They chase the cats away from me. I go down the street and they're sitting. We don't have rain right now. They're sitting in the storm drains at night. And then they come out and you see them run over they're running up the street. I mean, they're racing up the street. They're faster than cars. The record I've seen one day, 7 of them going after the cat's food. Mama, Papa, and 5 babies in a conga line. And because they're considered water creatures, you cannot molest them because they live in the creek. It's considered a watershed under federal laws. You can't move them. I've thought if I could figure a way to transport them to Australia and let them deal with it. They got all these non-indigenous creatures that cause problems. Rabbits, they're killing the cats. There's other things. So let's send all the raccoons to Australia. Here you go. Hey, mate, here you go. Where all these raccoons come from? That buck guy in Montana sent them. What are we going to do? I don't know, mate. We got all these friggin' raccoons now. They keep eating my dog food. You know, hundreds of raccoons that suddenly showed up in my porch overnight. I don't know where they came from. Let's declare war on America. So, yeah. That's why I bring the dish in at night now. And I kept going, who's eating? And now some of them are coming out at 7 o'clock in the morning. I've gone out there to put water out. There's a damn raccoon sitting there. Get out of here. So, I don't want to hurt them physically, but I hate them. Might tap into the secret demon raccoon. The raccoon demon. Torches and people banging on drums and guys, raccoons coming out in black robes, chanting arcane, mystical chants that nobody can understand except the raccoon. And they chant the word meow mix, meow mix, meow mix. They worship a big bag of meow mix on a platform, 60-foot tall bag of meow mix. Give us more cat food, give us more cat food. They start swaying back and forth. Cat food, we want cat food. We want it all. They won't eat. They're supposed to eat crayfish, lizards, fish, berries, nuts, fruits. I gave them apples one night. They wouldn't eat them. I cut them up, washed them off, cored them. They ignored them. But if that apple had meow mix on the front of it, they would have scarfed those. Okay, super chat would be nice one of these nights. How long have I been on here? My left knee is starting to hurt. Okay, an hour and 40 something, 45 minutes. I think I'm going to go. So, yeah, my other knee is now talking. If I sit here too long, my legs, my knees, my back start to hurt. It's time to lie down and get under the covers and go to sleep. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Have a great night. Great night? Great night? whatever. I can't even say it. Stay warm, stay safe, stay dry. Stay wet if you drink adult beverages. And I will catch you next time. Bye-bye for now.